Hello again, and welcome back to another edition of the Wiccan Conservative. Today, I wanted to bring you guys some information about the hashtag reopen that is trending in multiple states and give you some information about what could possibly be happening in and around your area. I have a little collaboration here of the reopen marches that are happening across the United States. And I'm sure there's a lot more that I haven't been able to get a hold of, but I just wanted to give you some listings of things and events that were happening prior to the Wear It Out Patriot picnic. A lot of these rallies are happening on May 1st. There is a group called American Revolution 2.0, and it seems like they are leading the way in marches as far as, the biggest ones that I have seen. And I just want to give you some information about where they're going to be held. So on May 1st, I'll give you all the dates for May 1st first, and then the ones that are happening sooner, because there's a couple that came up that actually are happening in April, like tomorrow even. So if you're in the area and you don't have anything better to do, or if you're a small business owner, we'll get into how the local militias are supporting the reopening of small businesses and some people that you might be able to get in contact with if you need to call in some extra help to open your small business. So on May 1st in Washington State, the Washington State Capitol, they're having a march at 12 p.m. on May 1st. They're also having a march in Phoenix, Arizona, at the Arizona State Capitol, and that is being hosted by the March for Freedom people. That's what the group is called. It's 1700 West Washington Street. Sorry, guys, my W's are all together. Also on May 1st, West Virginia State Capitol is doing a March for Freedom. That will start at 12 p.m. in West Virginia. On May 1st, there is one more on May 1st, I thought. Nope, I stand corrected. So West Virginia, Washington State, and Phoenix, Arizona is going to be, I'm sorry, my list is not in order. I just kind of collected them as I went through the internet. So Washington State, Arizona, and West Virginia are the March for Freedom from the American Revolution 2.0. I found these on Facebook, but I'm sure they're promoting everywhere. So get online and look for those groups. If you need more information, feel free to reach out to them because they will have more information than I have for you here. On May 2nd, this group didn't have a lot of information. So if you go to the Facebook page, it is May 2nd at 2 p.m. in Alberta. They are the Global March for Freedom people. And like I said, they only had what time they would be showing up. That's 2 p.m. and in Alberta. So I'm not exactly sure which Alberta they're talking about. I'll have to reach out to those people and get some information to put it on the Georgia Liberty Facebook page and the Twitter page that I run. Now, just a real quick side note, I did drop MeWe. It's, again, I said it's a platform that I don't particularly care for, and I don't have a really big following there. And I've also dropped it out of my description page. So if you've noticed the past couple videos that I've posted, I kind of dropped MeWe out of it because I'm not even going over there and checking up on it. And I do feel bad because I have one major supporter that does not work off of Facebook or Twitter. And I apologize to them personally because, the only reason I was stopping over there was to have a conversation with them. But with the kids being home and everything else, I've just literally sucked at my social media pages terribly. So I apologize for that. One day I'll get really good at multitasking all of this stuff all over again. So I do apologize. But back to the list. I want to get to the closer rallies. There's 2 rallies going on the 17th, which is tomorrow. Today is Thursday. This is for Friday, April the 17th. There is one in Columbia, South Carolina at the state capitol building. That is also being hosted by the Global March for Freedom people. And there's another one in Huntington Beach, California, which is being hosted by the March for Freedom people. They said that it's going to be on the 2nd floor in Huntington Beach, California, Capitol building, but I'm not 100% if they're going to be able to get into the building or not. So that's on 126 Main Street in Huntington Beach, California. And in Columbia, I believe they're just going to be outside the Capitol building in Columbia. So that starts at noon. Tomorrow, actually. So anybody in South Carolina, get out there and head over to the state building in Columbia. Those are the 2 closest dates that we have. And I really wanted to get that information out for you guys today so you could make plans to go if you wanted to. I know it's short notice. I don't think that they've been promoting very long. I want to say like just this week or in the past couple weeks. So if you can go, I highly encourage you to go because they have not had a lot of chance to promote. And I'm sure that there's certain restrictions that are happening on Facebook and where they're promoting. So they're not able to get the message out as much as they would like to. April 30th at 9 a.m., the Michigan State Capitol is uniting for liberty. So back in Michigan, I don't know how much you guys have paid attention to the news. I haven't seen anything really kind of newsworthy except for I know that North Carolina did their rally about a week ago for the reopen, and Michigan was also stepping up to the plate and kind of going against their governor's orders and asking for their state to reopen as well. So April 30th is going to be another rally in Michigan. So anybody in the Michigan area, go ahead, get out there. I think there's 2 different groups that are going to this rally. I have it written down here twice on the 30th. They're going to the same place, the Michigan State Capitol building. And one is Uniting for Liberty, and the other is the Michigan March for Freedom. So either one of those Facebook pages, you can get on and get some more information. Bring all your friends, let them know what's going on, and get out there and support the Michigan people and what they're going through, because their governor's kind of really going ham with all this shutdown stuff, and they need a lot of help too. So anybody that can get out in Michigan, get out in Michigan. May 1st, I already told you, in West Virginia State Capitol, they're doing their thing. The 19th, April 19th. So what is that? It's probably Sunday or Monday. I can't do math. Helena in Montana is doing a freedom rally. So anybody in Montana, or if you know anybody in Montana, point them out to that march for that rally. And that's on the 19th of April. And then Monday, April 20th. So the 19th has to be a Sunday. Monday, April 20th, Harrisburg, PA. 12 p.m. Everybody's going to be out in the Capitol in Harrisburg. Now, I also did, as you guys know, I'm formerly from Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania, so I try to keep up on their news as much as possible as well. I did read something on this page. It's a hashtag Reopen PA group page that I recently just joined, and I read something about Pittsburgh doing something, but I don't know who is hosting it or where it would be. If I find out more information, I will bring it to you guys. I haven't been able to find anything online, so I don't know exactly where that is or if it even exists, but I do know of the one in Harrisburg at 12 p.m. And the website is hashtag reopen PA. Then, of course, I wanted to give you guys some more information because I was so excited I had my mini conservative with me in my last video. I realized I didn't give you guys a whole lot of information in the video for the Wear It Out Patriot picnic. I do have a group page on Facebook, but I also know that a lot of you guys don't use Facebook or Twitter or anything else for that matter. So I wanted to give you some information about the Wear It Out Patriot picnic. Now, the Wear It Out Patriot picnic is May 16th. And thankfully, with all of these rallies coming out prior to our event, we'll be able to know what we're in for as far as maybe some state park resistance or police interference. Heaven forbid. I really hope that it doesn't go that far, but we'll be able to gauge kind of what we're stacked up against based off of what happens with these reopenings, with these marches, with these rallies coming out prior to our event. I, for one, I know that we're well within our rights to be there. An executive order or whatever does not trump our right to peacefully assemble. I was on the Georgia State Parks website today. They are recommending groups not to go. They're telling you to follow the governor's orders, but there is no mandate necessarily at this time. They don't have anything as far as like fines or what they're doing or how they're going to be, I guess, enforcing this, other than the fact that they said that they might have some patrols out. And realistically, they only said through April 30th that this was going to happen. So with us being in the middle of May, it's really hard to say what might happen or what could happen during the event. But like I said before in the last video, I encourage you guys to come, stay home if you're sick, stay home if you're worried. We will be there. Just, like I said, it's going to be a picnic. It's going to be for families, and we're not doing anything wrong. We're not marching. We're not speaking. We're not doing anything but peacefully assembling. It is a natural right guaranteed to us by birth, not by government. So in my opinion, we are well within our rights to assemble and to get together. Some information about the area where we're going to be at. It is 2600 Highway 155, West Stockbridge, Georgia, zip code 30281. If you put it into your GPS, I highly recommend going to the website and getting the directions. I'm going to post it on the Wear It Out Patriot Picnic Facebook page, the group page, because there's some construction going on in the area that's going to affect travel to and from the park. So depending on where you're coming from, you might be rerouted and redirected. And apparently it's a little bit difficult to find the entrance to the park. So I'm going to go, I took screenshots of that this morning, and I will put it on the website so that you guys can look at it. But if you're not on Facebook and you're not on Twitter and you don't have access to those pages, just go to the Georgia State Parks website, go to General Coffee Park and directions to General Coffee Park, and they will have all the information that you need to get to the park depending on where you're coming from in the state. Also, if you have any questions or need to make reservations, the phone number there is 800-864-7275. If you need to get in contact with the office or you have any questions for them, we're going to be in Pavilion number 5. So General Coffee State Park, Pavilion number 5, and they describe it. I've never been there, so don't feel bad if you get lost or anything like that. We're going to I'm going to head out there early and make sure that the banners are up, and so that you guys can see what's going on. You should be able to see us, hopefully, depending on, where apparently this pavilion is supposed to be kind of highly visible, but it's pavilion number 5, and they describe it as being located near the archery range, playground, and east-west river nature trails. So if you have any issues, just go to the visitor center. They should be open by then. They said they were going to only close through April 30th. So I'm hoping by May 16th that they will be open and running and able to give you guys information on where to find our pavilion. So I highly encourage you guys to take a look at your local websites or your local gatherings, or talk to your local militias. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say to you guys. The local militia in South Carolina Lightfoot Militia, has offered help to any small business that wants to reopen and is afraid of the local government blowback. So I'm seeing this as a trend with the couple different militia pages that I follow. They want to actually start getting involved a little bit more, and they want to be helpful to the community as far as peacefully protesting against these unconstitutional shutdowns and things that are going on that really have been detrimental to everybody, and that's not even the people who have gotten sick from the coronavirus. So reach out to your local militias if you're a small business and you fear any type of blowback or anything like that. That's why they're there. They're there to protect the people, and they will be able to put you on the right path and send some people out to help you get your business up and running. It's a huge movement right now. I'm very pleased to see that we won't be the only people who are coming out against this shutdown. I was kind of excited to be those people, but like I said before, it got to the point now where we flattened our curve. We've done what we were told to do. We're seeing the numbers being inflated. We are seeing empty hospitals in the majority of the locations. Now, that's not to say that in densely populated areas and small hospitals that they're not being overrun, because there's two different effects that happen there. The small hospitals obviously don't have the capacity, to hold more than a few people, because that's what they were built for. And obviously in highly densely populated areas, that's redundant. The densely populated areas are going to see more people, because they are it's just like China. They're on top of each other, and that's the nature of the beast. So, we really need to start just kind of weighing our own pros and cons, and take back our independent liberty, because happy, healthy citizens have the right to pursue life, liberty, and happiness, and without government interference. And that's really what this is boiling down to right now. If we saw the numbers that we were predicted to see, if the models made sense for what was happening, if there was an existential crisis, that we would be able to make that judgment call on our own. But it's not happening that way. And the longer we prolong opening the economy, the longer we wait for people to step up and kind of tell us that it's okay to go back to the beaches, to go back to work, to go back to whatever resemblance of normal we might be able to sustain after this crisis, the harder it's going to be. And I've kind of been posting this everywhere. Liberty can disappear overnight, guys, and we saw it disappear overnight. 95 to 100% of the time, the only way you get that liberty back is through a revolution. We are an evolved people, but we have not evolved so far from our roots where a revolution would be out of the ordinary, or it wouldn't happen. Think about how many times you said that could never happen in America. and it's happening. So I don't want to encourage anybody to, go out and start, a riot, because that's not what a peaceful protest is. That's not redressing your government. That's not getting your point across. We need to use our, natural rights. We have them for a reason. And ultimately, at the end of the day, these people who are elected officials in our government, they serve at our leisure. They do not rule we the people. We the people rule them. And I think it's time for us to understand that and take back our country, guys. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to leave me a comment. I try to get back to all the comments on YouTube as soon as possible. Facebook, of course, Twitter, of course. Again, I'm going to try really hard to get back to monitoring those pages as much as humanly possible. And, let me know if you guys like what you heard. Share, subscribe, let everybody know that you're friends with, that these rallies are going on and they're not alone. Because at the end of the day, united we stand, divided we fall. So get this information out, get it flowing, and support your localities, support the people in your community, and, just talk liberty, guys. Liberty first. That's Chris Ann Hall's motto. I'm hopping on the bandwagon with all this stuff that's going on. It's even enlightening me and changing my opinion about certain things. So if we're not learning, we're standing still. And there's still a lot out there for us to learn and to kind of take over and be American again. And that's all I have for you guys today. I will catch you on the next one.